Hey guys, this is Camper 15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another My Hero Academia manga chapter review for you guys, and we are talking about manga chapter 352. As after all the week-long breaks we've been getting as of late, My Hero Academia is finally back, and seemingly enough, we look to be getting the conclusion to the Dabi versus Shoto Todoroki fight, the fight between the two fire brothers. And what an eventful chapter, we might say so ourselves. So let's get into it. So anyways, the chapter starts off with a flashback, cutting back to the final night at the dormitories at UA, before the final, the final battle for, I guess you can say, for the we say Japan, but pretty much the entire world is happening. Now, Deku, he's kind of worried about Todoroki, and he's like, Todoroki, I can't believe, they're going to make you fight him and everything. And Todoroki's like, listen, dude, it's fine. I'm the one that actually vouched for this. I actually wanted this fight, and stuff like that. And he goes on to mention, even if my old man is going to gripe about it, about not fulfilling his promise, I'm going to think of this as a punishment, that Hawks and them made a wise choice to do this. And Todoroki goes on to say, Dabi's existence is because of my family's crime. Even though we all know that it was mostly due to the abusiveness and the actions of Endeavor, Todoroki's like, no, this is still my family's issue. This is my family's problem. Todoroki goes on to say, besides, in order to reach the heights that I'm aiming for, I can't run away from this. And this is when Todoroki shows off his new ultimate move, where he has fire just surrounding around his chest, like we saw the last chapter. And he goes on to say, this new move of mine will get me past those heights. And this chapter is called Ultimate Moves. Deku's like, oh, so this is what you meant when you meant about your ultimate move and stuff like that, when you were talking about, you were figuring it out and everything. And Deku's like, so is this some sort of new move of Flash Fire Fist or something? And we find out that apparently Todoroki came up with this idea during the time when Deku went rogue, and he was, vigilante Deku and stuff like that. So yeah, we also find out when he also activates his attack, Kaminari shows Deku like, yeah, you can literally touch the flames and it doesn't feel hot or anything. It's not even burning you and stuff like that. Now, Todoroki goes on to say it's still pretty hard to maintain it for a very long time. Which is why I said the figuring out part, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of the whole thing. Now we find out how Todoroki uses this attack is, he's like, essentially, I can elevate my flash fire move by using my right and left side at the same time. My heart is central to making both hot and cold to manifest. I can cycle heat and shield blood throughout my body, and it increases that stability. So yeah, and it's pretty much like a V of cold fire of sorts. Todoroki goes on to say, my old man sought ice that could stifle that inner heat, while I'm going the other direction. All so that I can be the one to affirm the reason I was born into that family. Goes on to say, Midoriya, this is my power, and thank you. Which obviously is, you can say, a callback to season 2 of My Hero Academia, when Deku told him in their fight, like, listen, dude, it's your own power, man. You don't have to listen to your dad in terms of what he tells you to do with said power. It's your quirk, it's your body, it's your power. You do what you want to do with it. One of the best moments in the series, hands down. We cut back to the present, and Todoroki uses a move called Icebound Crash, Cold Flames Pale Blaze. And he screamed out to Dabi saying, maybe this is the way to cool your head. And Dabi's just getting essentially entrenched in this attack and everything. He forces Dabi back. And Dabi is like, so he's got himself a body that can withstand the scorching heat as he's burning alive. And he's like, and he found the power to chill my own inferno. Dabi replies by saying, the perfect man for the job, huh? Oh, don't worry, you're gonna die. And he goes on to say, you go on and on about the right choices to make, the right decisions to make. We share the same blood, but we ended up real different. Um, and the thing is, Todoroki, he loses it because, like he said earlier in the flashback, he can only maintain it for a short period of time and everything. And you get this freaking disturbing looking scene where freaking it looks like freaking Dabi's like an anthropomorphic character, and it's like looking like he's taking like the, I guess you can say like how a spider would look like, a human spider, but he's just like, and he's just like this. Again, it looks just so disturbing. And again, you can even see like his skin at the point, whatever is left, just like breaking apart and everything. And he starts to scream on, saying, "The limitations of superpower society, that's us. You hear me? A warped rail can never handle a mingo of a straight and narrow one." And he unleashes another attack, another fire pillar attack on Todoroki, and he goes and say, "Running in parallel but forever apart, now burn to ash and die for our sakes," as he's using this, and he gives this crazy ass look. And it looks like Todoroki's gonna be entrenched in these flames, but then obviously Endeavor's sidekicks, they get involved and they're taking the attack and stuff like that, and they're like, "Shoto, you couldn't be more right," as they're all falling over. You know, and obviously we find out that heat can end up, burning and hurting Todoroki. And Todoroki's like, "I'm sorry, you guys." And Burning goes on to say, "Quit to save your freaking energy." And then obviously Todoroki's like, "Thank you for this." And Todoroki's just reflecting on everything that's been happening in his entire life up to this point. And he's like, "Blood, this past. Along this path of mine, I've reclaimed so much for myself. Before I knew it, it seemed like everyone else had gotten very far ahead of me. But the truth is, they were always right there waiting for me. Class A, they never left anybody truly behind. They always were there to help me and reassure me and make me feel good." And he recalls the whole moment when Mount Lady went to UA to teach the Class 1A students about how to create an ultimate move and what makes an ultimate move special to them. The fact how it symbolizes who you are as a hero, and it shows people what you're truly capable of. And in the meantime, Todoroki's just charging up pretty much his ice and his fire, and he's like building up and burning, and he just charges straight ahead, and he just instantly gives a resounding attack to Dabi, and he goes on to say, "No, we're gonna mingle whether you like it or not. So please, just stop already." And he does this attack called Great Glacial Aegir. And you get this amazing panel where he gives a punch to Dabi, just a huge explosion, right behind him, which I think is ice and stuff like that, cooling him down. And you get this amazing shot, or this amazing 2-panel shot, to where, you see Dabi, aka Toya Todoroki, looking like Toya, and it looks like he took the attack, and he's obviously crying and everything. He's like, and then you have it to where Todoroki, Shoto, obviously after dishing another point, he's obviously crying like as his old kid self. Everything around the battlefield is all frozen, pretty much solid, and that's where the chapter ends off. Dabi's flames extinguish, and it looks like these two are about to collapse over. That's where the chapter ends off. There is no break next week, so we'll probably get the aftermath to this fight. What happens, we'll see what's going to happen. Yeah, this was a very interesting fight, to say the least. Now, some people are going to complain and critique and say, "Oh, this fight was too short," and everything. Listen, most fights in My Hero Academia aren't really like anime lengths, like Goku versus Freeze levels of long, and stuff like that. So yeah, we all knew this was gonna happen. Now the only factor in this whole thing is Dabi going to die? I think I've said, like, out of some of the characters that I think are going to die, it's definitely gonna be Dabi. I think he's just gonna die because he's gonna burn himself up. I just don't believe Dabi's just going to freaking keel over and say, "I'm sorry, brother," for everything I've done. I could have been a better person, but that's my whole thing. It doesn't feel like him anymore at this point. He's too far gone. I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's just going to burn. I think if anything, maybe we'll get that whole resentment for what his actions are. But the thing is, he's dying because now he's just burning away into a crisp of nothingness. He's burning to just ashes, and stuff like that. We'll see. But for the time being, Todoroki defeated him. He unleashed his ultimate move, which I thought was dope as hell. And yeah, I definitely can't wait to see where the story is going to be going now. But Dabi is now down for the count, so that's one League of Villain member done for the time being, unless he gets back up and says something. But I think I think Dabi is more than likely going to die, just burning away to ashes, because just doing the attacks he let up, his body's just probably just done. It's just done. So we'll see if Dabi dies next week. I think if anything, characters on the villain side that are going to die, I definitely do see Dabi dying, but I would be shocked if he lives. We'll just have to see what happens next. But anyways, like I said, there's no break, so I'll be back next week with more My Hero Academia manga chapter review. Anyways, guys, if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's manga chapter for My Hero Academia, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more My Hero Academia content. Or any other anime content I upload to the channel. And anyways, guys, if you guys like the video, leave a like. I already said that, stupid. No, when you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell icon so you're up to date with whatever I upload to the channel, and it doesn't miss your inbox. It goes straight to there. Anyways, and you get a notification. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night watching this video. Until then, guys, stay safe out there and have a great rest of your day. Until then, guys, peace.